The Edge at 11 starts now.
And tonight on The Edge, firefighters battle a massive fire on Detroit's north end. This house on Mount Vernon Street fully engulfed in flames. Firefighters just battled to get it under control. Fox 2 is working to find out how this fire started and if anybody was hurt. Witnesses say they are stunned about just how fast the fire spread on their block tonight.
Driving back home and I see this big gulf of fire. I'm like, this is mad. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm from the UK. We don't really see those big fires like that. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I still haven't seen anything like that. It's crazy.
We're told firefighters tamed the fire rather quickly with the thick smoke, though, billowing out from the roof that was just filled with fire. Also tonight, a hoarding situation leads to a dangerous rescue for police officers in Plymouth Township.
Their body cameras show the heroes in action with just seconds to spare before the house filled with smoke.
When police get their first seconds to improvise as the clock ticks for a trapped elderly couple.
There's a huge fire load in there. It looks like a little bit of a hoarder house.
What's in there? I can't see, dude. We gotta get this guy.
Blocking the doorway, a grandfather clock. Turns out there's 3 feet deep of debris blocking the path to safety throughout the entire hoarder house.
Sir, can you try to come over to me? I'm trying. My legs are bad.
Smoke billows up from the basement where the fire started, while the man in his 70s tries to climb out, his legs pinned.
All right, sir. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pick you up, all right? That's what I need, please.
A Plymouth Township police sergeant works to get to the man as officers work on Plan B at this condo complex near Joy and Haggerty. As he's carried to safety, worried about his wife and his wallet.
Hey, I know I sent my pants here, but it's got my wallet.
That's fine. Don't worry about all that right now, sir.
ID, my health card, everything.
Don't worry about that. Right now, it's the most important is you.
One more rescue to make.
Hey. You gotta be careful.
Through the debris and smoke, a hand, his wife's hand.
Come on, you gotta come. Forget the shoes right now. Let's go. Come on.
No time for shoes as she starts to go limp.
Come on. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. I got you. No, I got you. I got her.
A sigh of relief. They got her just in time.
304, second person extracted.
I've been in law enforcement for a long time, 37 years, and this video was about as impressive police work as I've seen in my career. It was fantastic.
Good news is the couple is okay. They were taken to the hospital, obviously being elderly, just to check. Still unclear how the fire started in the basement. Too bad, though, the home is a total loss.
Yeah, but those firefighters, they worked hard to get in there, and they did whatever it took to be able to get them out safely, and it obviously worked.
Yeah, the odds were against them, so good work out there in Plymouth Township.
Well, a rough arrest tonight in Farmington. It's sparking some controversy after it was caught on camera.
Fox 2's Dave Kinchin joins us live with the exclusive story. Now, Dave, tell us how people are reacting to the arrest in that video.
Yeah, this happened in broad daylight. Many people passing by this park where this all happened. Many people, full disclosure, including me on a day off. So I grabbed my cell phone, captured the video you're about to see, and then we started asking questions as well. Cell phone video you will only see on Fox 2, showing a Farmington police officer struggling with the suspect at the parking lot of Shiawassee Park this past Sunday. And it's the talk of a town of over 11,000 people.
I think once somebody's cuffed, it's pretty hard for them to do much.
It's like the fact that they took him to the grass so that he wouldn't get hurt on the concrete.
It all took place around 5:30 Sunday night. The video shows an officer forcing the suspect in handcuffs to the ground as another person watches with their hands up. It's not clear who that person is, but Farmington police confirmed the man on the ground was wanted for an alleged domestic violence incident that took place moments before near the intersection of Farmington Road and Grand River. Neighbors say off camera that several witnesses called the police after seeing a couple fighting. Investigators say the man was later spotted about half a mile away at the park.
There's no reason for the police to use violence unless they're afraid of their life.
Farmington city officials say they are now checking to see if the officer may have violated any department protocols.
When something like that happens, especially in the world right now, police brutality and violence and not being held accountable for things have been a big issue. So I think it would be smart for the department to release that footage if it's not going to affect what they're doing, obviously.
So the director of public safety tells me tonight they are still working through this case, investigating it, and he will have information for the public in terms of what exactly took place, all the details here. It's worth noting that a lot of residents in Farmington absolutely love officers. They say they really do protect and serve, and they're out there helping people with whether it's an elderly person pushing groceries to their car, things like that. So many people say this seems to be just a very isolated incident here. All of this still under investigation. In Farmington, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
And the fact that you were just passing by on your day off and happened to see something that caught your eye and started to roll yourself, it is interesting. But, you know, when you watch that play out, that officer was alone. And at first, did you think that that other person was trying to interfere with the arrest, the person that appeared to be watching and then leaned over them at the time?
Yeah, you know, it's not clear if that person was part of that incident that took place earlier. The individual with their hands up did get pretty close at the time, and it seemed like the officer kind of pushed them away is what it looked like in that video. So a lot of details still on that to come out.
Yeah, it looked like, actually, it did look pretty fair, though, given the circumstances. But, of course, we don't have all the details, and we will wait to get those tomorrow. Right. Thank you so much, Dave. All right, let's talk about our weather now. After some nice few fall days to start November off, we're expecting some rain to roll through in a matter of hours.
We are Weather Authority Rich Luterman shows us what to expect. Hey, Rich.
Hey, ladies. Notice low pressure spinning over Iowa. It is dragging in Gulf of Mexico moisture all the way up into the Great Lakes, and that's why overnight tonight and tomorrow we are going to see occasional showers. Nothing heavy expected, but it is going to be damp out there tomorrow. Most of the rain has been out on the western side of the state. Here's a good look at Sky Tracker. You can see some showers quickly running up on Lansing, also there through Jackson. So we'll be watching it. But again, nothing severe expected. Here are live pictures from Milwaukee. It's been raining there for a good chunk of the evening. It looks kind of soupy. For us today, 53 degrees. It was cold this morning. A lot of us had frost on the grass and certainly on the automobiles. 33, the official low at the airport. Right now, a lot of us near 50 degrees, and thankfully, temperatures are way too warm for anything but rain. If it were 20 degrees cooler, we'd be talking snow, but that is not the case. 48 in Fort Wayne, 44 in Ludington. You can see low pressure is going to stay south of us tomorrow, but still, there are going to be plenty of showers around for your Thursday, so keep the umbrellas handy. That's our forecast for tonight. We'll get down to 42. Tomorrow, lots of clouds, a breeze, occasional showers, up near 50 degrees. Now, we do see weather improving for the weekend. Saturday, sun and clouds. Look at Sunday. Lots of clouds, but 57. And then we get more rain in the forecast for the middle part of next week, Taryn. How about a full check at 4 a.m.?
Thanks, Rich. We expect that. Well, police and prosecutors are working a murder case out of Warren. A brother and sister, 32-year-old DeAndre Jones and 30-year-old Kashwana Smith, are accused of murdering their sister's boyfriend. Police tell us Jones shot Stanley Smith Jr. after Kashwana called him to meet up last Friday. Prosecutors say Kashwana then deleted phone calls and messages she shared with her brother about the murder.
As of right now, it might have been involving a earlier domestic incident, and one of the individual's family members was called to the scene. At that point, there was additional altercations that took place, and ultimately, someone shot their gun and took a life.
Jones, who is in jail right now without bond, faces a second-degree murder and firearm charge. His sister, Kashwana Smith, faces a felony charge of tampering with evidence. Her bond set at $50,000.
Meanwhile, a Pontiac woman is facing charges in a terrible case of pet hoarding. In September, 29 dogs and 8 cats were rescued from Carmen Schooley's home on Argyle Street in Pontiac. Police tell us the animals were living in abusive and neglectful conditions. Schooley faces charges of failing to provide sufficient care to 25 or more animals and operating an unregistered animal shelter.
Today is not going to be about my future. I'm going to discuss that in the coming months, but I am here to say that I will not be a candidate for re-election for mayor of Detroit in 2025.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is setting his sights on a future without him at the helm of Michigan's biggest city. Whoever takes the reins from Mayor Duggan will find a city much better off than when he first took office in 2014.
It's hard to deny that his efforts put Detroit back on the map as a big destination. So what's next for the mayor and the city? Fox 2's Lauren Edwards works to find out.
We are going to see that talent emerge. And I don't have a favorite candidate. I don't have somebody that I've picked out. I'm going to be like the other Detroiters. I'm going to watch.
Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan announced Wednesday morning that he is not seeking re-election in 2025. So the question is, who will take his place?
I think you're going to see 4 or 5 outstanding candidates in the race. And I'm going to wait and see. I don't think all the names have surfaced yet.
He says right now he's not endorsing anyone to take his place.
I'm not engaged in encouraging people to run or not to run. I think everybody knows my feeling is James White is one of the great leaders I've ever met in my life.
But Duggan believes there's someone for the job, someone who's got the heart for it.
You know, I think there are 2 things. One is no us versus them politics. You have to unite people. I think that's going to be a given.
Secondly, he says it has to be a person who's going to be honest about what the city cannot do.
Because Detroit got into bankruptcy because we had years of mayors and council who, when people came in and protested, went ahead and spent money they didn't have.
So the city spiraled into debt, deep in the red. Now that during his tenure, they're operating in the green with $500 million in financial reserves. He hopes the next person will keep it that way.
I'm going to be looking for who's got the courage to tell Detroiters the truth, and I think the people of Detroit will naturally follow that candidate, and hopefully there'll be several.
So again, he's not gone just yet. He's got 13 months, and one of the things he talked about, at least focusing on these 13 months, is keeping and retaining young talent. He hopes whoever is the next mayor that they do the same thing as well. Reporting here in downtown Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.